because I figured out why all my dinos were max level 30. Essentially, I had the difficulty offset at 1. I don't know why. I know better. When it should be at 4. So, pretty happy about that. I'm looking forward to, just make sure I got everything up right here. Yeah. Looking forward to finding that trike now, and like I can reset I have my goals pretty low there for a bit, so I can reset those up a little higher. So that's great news all around. Let's hope we have some wood. Take all that. Don't need this. Gonna need some more arrows. It's like obsessive about having everything organized. So I'll be double checking my boxes before I get started. I need some materials, I think, first. Definitely need some wood. I'm gonna craft up some extra arrows. Repair that broken bow. Should be what fiber and wood don't have. So yeah, first order is gonna be get some wood. Fix up my tools. Get this set up right here. I have a really hard time, unfortunately, with this little Samsung. I've mentioned it before, but it's a bitch for me to get the right screen up where I can see both the chat and what's going on. There we go. And yeah, let's check this right away. Yeah, never know. At this point in the game, I'll take anything. Especially when it's got an orange ring. Okay. Oh, the bed's cool. And what's that? Okay, well, the bed's cool. Too heavy. Awesome. Do we just place a box right here and put this stuff in like idiots? Oh, wait, there's that wood I needed. Damn. Oh, that blows. I just want to... Well, we'll drop the sign. Definitely don't have any use for that. There's nobody else here to talk to. We'll come right back for that wood for sure. Guess I'm on the other side of these rocks. Get my fire lit up. Get reorganized a little bit and then get out hunting this trike down. Really don't need that box right now. That batch of narcos is pretty awesome, and the bed. That worked out. Things are kind of filling up here. Don't you and you all go in a different place. You. Put that over there. If we put it all in one place, at least it'll stack on top of each other a little better. And then, of course, even more so, I'll know where it is. Pro collection's pretty good. Trilobites are kind of paying off. I mean, for this stage of the game, I'm not complaining. More narco berries. Medjo berries should be good for the tame. Narco berries are going to be an issue. I'm going to end up having to probably farm a bunch of that while I go, which is kind of annoying, but it's doable. So let's go make a bunch of arrows with what we have. And then I think we're going to be off to look for this trike, which I'm pretty enthusiastic about now that I know I got the stuff. We're low on everything. That's not a good supply of thatch. At all. I'd like to get all my spoiled in one stack for sure. Because I need that stuff. That sign's garbage. I just don't need that. Get rid of it. Alright, we're good here. We got food, we got stims, a couple busted ass tools. Let's go find ourselves a trike. Get this job done. The saga continues. So yeah, hopefully with the setting adjustment, yeah man, gotta get back at her. I did fix it turned out that max level was at 30, so that's why I wasn't finding any good dinos. So I've set my hopes a lot higher now for finding a trike. I ate some dinner, did a little chores around the house, so I do feel very re-energized and ready to get on task. And I wasn't dead when I came back. I went to bed on the boat, so when I respawned in, I was in the water under the boat, but no big deal. I mean, I was only under there for a few seconds. And how about you? You're on the island, or did you get joined up okay? And the water's back on. I don't know if you saw the picture in Discord or on my Facebook, Twitter, whatever. They accidentally cracked the main water line outside of my house today, so we didn't have water for 4 hours. I was down to my last half glass of water and no coffee. So pretty happy about that. Be even happier if I see like a 130 trike or something golden. No, it seems there are none. They'll probably come in though. I don't know if kill all wilds means instant respawns on everything, so we'll see if they kind of come in. Yeah, cool. Well, it's gonna go pretty fast for you there, 3 times. Oh boy, a few friends with me. I was gonna steal that egg, but it's heavy. I'm gonna be taking the hide and meat off these guys, though, for sure. The more hide, the better at this point. I just keep everything in nearly, well, almost everything. Wow, these are some tough compies. All level 20s. It's not too discouraging or encouraging. I need to see something high level at some point. Oh, I drink too much coffee, but it's a unique drug because it only affects you. Whatever that is doesn't sound good. Oh, I knew it. Oh, and I'm out of stamina. Well, at least he's slow. But I can't stop running. It's just a really... I knew that Sarko was there too. Oh, I guess no. Just give me an inch. Just give me an inch. I guess I can't know where anything is because it's all changed. But yeah, coffee's one of the only drugs that doesn't affect you after it wears off. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I saw that in the Discord. Get ready for a long night. If it's true, your tame rate's at 2.2, man. And you gotta watch the narco on that thing like crazy. Those things they're a tough tame, but that's gotta be one of the best dinos for versatility. It fights like crazy. It farms fiber. It farms wood. It farms berries. It's just a machine. I love them, but I do not like taming them. The higher levels are almost easier a bit because you can just kind of set an alarm clock and let that narco go up and down. So that's kind of good. I wouldn't want to tame a low level because you really got to be on the spot with it. But what a difference. That dino will change your game. Assuming you don't, just be careful with it. But it's a lot stronger than that Carno you have. It's just a deadly fighter. Depending on what kind of HP and melee and stuff you get with it, but it's a little more special to rank up too. It has harvest rank ups as well as regular rank ups. Yeah, I avoid them in the early game for sure. Like I'm not rushing around to get them, that's for sure. They're problematic at first. And they kind of, their claws sometimes get through your walls, you know? So even with walls sometimes it's not safe. Well, I haven't seen one trike yet. Trike's always one of my tougher tames. For one thing, I got to pick up all the berries by hand. And for two, for me, it's like I don't start really building till I have one. And yeah, so let's hope we catch a decent one. 56. Okay, at least we're getting some better numbers here. That's not going to do. I'll be looking for 100 plus now that I know that it's possible. 75 for the first one's okay. I mean, I do need them for eggs anyways. Once I have that, I can get a good Sarco. But I'm not looking. If I'm taming for eggs, I'm taming like a level 2. You know, which is what I would have done with my other ones. It's just I need this one to be able to fight. I can't have it dying. This is the only dino I have that won't be secured behind walls at first. And once I get him, I'm gonna clear this whole freaking place. Only seen one so far though. It's a bit of a downer. Looks like we'll be zigzagging back and forth. Yeah, that's an insta death. At least you got that body finder over there, that nice green glow. That thing's awesome. That's one thing I was getting a little slack and tired before, not paying attention. I mean, it's easy to find your body if you make like a mental note of exactly where you died, you know, and I wasn't doing that, so. I'm burning through everything, just running like this all the time. Gonna have to go all the way around the loop. I kind of was hoping to take it close to my, yeah, I figured that's what you meant, obviously. I'm assuming that the good old thing auto-corrected you. I'm not even sure what resplendent means. So I'm guessing the kill all wilds takes a while for stuff to spawn in, because this is usually a better trike spot than this. We've only seen one. Even on epic view, I'm not sure. Oh, let's change the ground back up now that we're not looking for bodies all over. Get a little bit more of a, get that up there. I almost boosted to 3/4 the way the FPS was before. Slightly better sky quality too. Let's see how that works out. Check our stat FPS here. Especially when we're not in the jungle. I prefer to be at 60. I'll handle 50. Yeah, that's decent. We can take that. Got some clouds now, you know. Resplendent. It sounds like Splenda, you know, that fake sugar. That's a good Scrabble word, though. You know, we should probably figure out what it means. I don't play Scrabble, but if I did. If anyone's ever seen me type on Discord, on Steam, or all the other places I type, they would definitely know why I don't play Scrabble, especially in global chat, because it doesn't spell check or anything. I would not be running next to that Sarco with no stamina, that's for sure. 2 Sarcos. No trikes. It's almost worth it to swim across here, but it usually turns out pretty bad. Cut up the high ground. Man, I just love the graph. Like, I just love the graph. I know it's not as good because it's streamed live for you guys, but I mean, the graphics and the beach and the trees and the forest on this game is just fantastic. Never get tired of it. I was so happy when I got that the 1070 and the i7 and the 16 gigs of RAM on my upgrade. And I'm not playing it full epic, but pretty high up and good FPS, you know, even while streaming. Just find a bloody trike. Yeah, autocorrect's teaching us all. Well, we just found Resplendent. I don't think I'll remember by the end of this, but I mean, you know, I'm tempted to look that up right now, but I'm just so determined on this trike that there just ain't one anywhere. And I wanted to get it kind of knocked out close to my boxes so that I could, which I still might be able to, running him circles all the way. It's going to take a lot of arrows. So that I could build his saddle and work on stuff while he's knocked out, you know. But we'll just end up clearing this area and popping some boxes down. Wherever he goes down, we're gonna farm all of it. Can you believe I've only seen what? Yeah, I don't sit when I'm taming, especially not this early in the game. There's two things I'm gonna do: is either watch TV and set timers on my phone, or in this case, it's so early that I'll be really working and grinding. Please, baby, come on. Nope. That's one of the things I like. Once I have a trap at my base or on a raft, and then I can, do other, especially like when you got something knocked out in your base, a great time to make narco juice or get your gardens down or all those other things. So, you know, for up until I'm level, I just don't know. I don't even know if I haven't actually put on a movie during a tame in a long time. There's always something to do. Back in the day, I would though, just because I was like burnt out a bit, or when it gets to late game. But I'm not taming much late game. And once I get this trike, I'm gonna be starting to knock out dodos, just like everything around, dilos, just to get my egg farm up, get the eggs start to come. Without the egg collector, that's you're picking up eggs all day. There's so many grinds that are eliminated with S plus. It's unreal. 96, yeah. So we're starting to see some numbers now. Thank goodness for that. What a run to get this trike. I'll probably circle back and two more have been spawned in though, at least. I think because I don't think when you kill all wild, I don't know, but I'm guessing when you kill all wild dinos, they don't just all spawn in instantly. They probably come in waves, hopefully. Because there was 5 or 6 trikes around here before. And obviously to get the levels, I had to kill all wilds. This would be a great spot to knock one out. Alright, well, take care, Metal. Oh, the Theory? Oh, right. Your game pauses when you turn it off. I forgot. That's totally different. Completely forgot about that. Pauses when you turn it off, and whenever you lose a dino, you just unplug your Sony, and you're good. Ain't that lucky. I wouldn't personally risk it, though. You don't want to know the horror stories about corrupted save games, man. It's common. There's some kind of save backup thing you can do, though. I just don't know. I've read about it. People talk about it. There's horror stories. Imagine you're level 85, you got like 30 dinos, and it's all gone just like that. You should find out about that thing. Sorry, I got backup cooked meat. Alright, well, no trikes. I'm going to cut across here and go back the other way. Terrible. Looks like the Pegomastic's getting engaged whether I like it or not. Sure is running with that meat. It's kind of cute animation the way they got it all like. They look like a little squirrel or a raccoon or something. Oh, he's still stoned for me? I don't need that. I don't need the extra weight right now. This has been unbelievable looking for this trike, no lie. Talking about some pretty serious hours now. I think about 45 minutes, which was a wasted 45 minutes in the last one. Already 20 minutes since I joined. on it now. I just don't want to waste my time on a 56. 75, or I guess in this case the numbers are even. I've been playing at 150 for so long. It's going to be a 75 or up and or nothing. And you know, slow to rank up when you're running back and forth. Really not ideal. I may just have to take something just to get it. Start grinding mats and get back on task. Just get another one later, but that seems like such a burn of time. I really want to swim across here, but I know how that's going to work out. This is a pretty short distance, though. That was pretty low stamina to go for the swim, but we're going to make it. How does he get those arrows when he lands right on my spear like that? Oh, you get stuck? Aw, poor you, buddy. Sad day. You should call up the devs, make a complaint, tell them to fix your pathing. I'll have to pass by my boxes for some more meat. What is it? The art gods just don't want me to have a dino? Is that what it is? There were like 5 or 6 trikes here before. Now I was so excited to jump in and get a trike. And I thought there'll be 5 or 6, and this time at least one of them is going to be 75. That 56 is looking better and better, but wow, is that useless. Sons of bitches. They are ruthless, man. They're treating me like shit. And I've done so much for them. I bring them sacrifices of newbie survivors onto my server all the time to let them feed on it. You know, and this is how they repay me. Not so sure I'm believing in the right gods anymore. You got some kind of pig I can worship around here? I guess I gotta Philomia or Philomia and put a special outfit on it or something. Roast them up. I'm gonna be going north over this hill instead of turning right this time. I guess I can't complain much. I mean, things could be worse. An Alpha Raptor could have spawned in and wrecked all my boxes. No more croc here since the kill. One might eventually end up falling down that path. I shouldn't diss the art gods because I got 4 maps I don't want crashing. You know what I mean? Like, I should be probably not ever trashing them. Next thing you know, all 4 servers go down. I'm spending the rest of the night trying to figure that out. Lots of dodos. Thank God. Not really loving only having 5 spears, but I'm not out to kill anything. Usually 7's my minimum. Unbelievable. 2 stinking trikes. Ran probably a quarter of the west coast. High level pterodon's gonna be even worse. Took me 2-3 days to find one on the island the first time. Yeah, yeah, and this is Raptor area, right where I am. There's a pretty good chance of running into one, so I've been fortunate not to see them yet. I don't know if this is true, but I'm kind of convinced that, like, once I establish a base and I'm around for longer, I'm gonna start to see more dangerous dinos. I feel like it gives you a little bit of a break at first, but I highly doubt there's any truth to that. That just feels like the way it's worked. But on the island, because that's where districts, where all our tribe lives in that little peninsula there. Well, big peninsula, it's the biggest one on the map. And, I'll take an Ankilo. No problem. Those things are boss with that tail whip. They tank a lot of health, and I guess I could farm something with it. I just don't think I'm going to find one around here. That'd be like a miracle. I saw something over here, though. Negative. I'm far from home now, too. Getting too close to the snow. There's a raptor up there, a couple of them. Gotta move out. That's my base later, but I'm not ready for that yet at all. No, you don't gotta make anything. If you want to be in Tribe of Nations, I just gotta jump on the island. The Tribe of Nations used to be a lot different. There used to be 3 districts, all gated. Each district had a common house, and there were tribe dinos. So it was a really great place to start. But unfortunately, it got too big, too many dinos, and people were crashing, flying around there. And on Thursday, we started having server issues because of the thousands of dinos that were on the map. So and Thursday we started crashing. Thursday was 1 or 2 crashes with a rollback, like, you lose 20 minutes of work. No, I wasn't rolling it back, it just happened to crash. It saves every 30 minutes, right? So Friday, 1 crash, I thought we were out of the hot water, and Saturday was a disaster. So emergency measures were taken on Saturday night to resolve, because our servers run for months without a crash. Just restart at 4 a.m. Eastern, and that's it. Otherwise, they're up. So, you start getting a crash a day, and 2, you start to wonder what the F's going on. So first I, of course, write tickets to Nitrato, and they're like, look, man, everything's perfect on our end. You got these are. They wrote down in point form what the problem was, but so I had a Golden Gate Bridge built there. You can see it on my YouTube channel. It was a masterpiece build, man. 33 hours. No one's ever done anything like it in ARC. Steel cables. At least I have pictures of it. It's on my YouTube channel. It was glorious. Glorious. It's on my Imgur. I don't know how to say it. But I had to tear it down. And then I had to tear down all the walls. I tore down the 3 common houses. I just thinned the whole place out. Everybody either took their dinos to Ragnarok or stored them with the Soul Catcher, the Dino Storage mod. So now there's not really much point to joining Tribe of Nations. You're more than welcome to, though. You can go over there and start building, but you might get the enemy foundation thing, right? But yeah, so you head on over if you like, and then when you're ready, like after I'm done this and I get tired of this, I'll jump on the island and put you in the tribe. But it's not worth it anymore, I'm telling you. There's better tribes to join. All you're doing now, before Tribe of Nations had pluses and minuses, right? You had the common houses, you had the starter dinos, you had the safety of the gates, you had people all around you all the time. Now but the minuses were you had to put in asterisks, you had to name every smithy, box, all this stuff. It's in the Tribe of Nations text channel on the left side of the Discord, but you had to name your stuff with an asterisk to keep people from using pull and transfer on it. Sometimes people take your dinos. Now we haven't had any problems like that lately, but that's only because I was there all the time, and I'm not going to be there anymore because, I explained earlier in the other stream. So, I don't know if it's the best anymore. It's not what it was. And a lot of players went to RAG, started their own tribes. A lot of players have been leaving to start their own tribes. So there's 2 or 3 players left. There's 30 on the roster, but that's not going to last. More inactive players will be getting removed over the next little while. Unreal. I can't believe this elusive tribe. Never seen anything like it my entire life. Yeah, exactly. There's new players joining all the time, and whoa, there's a nice little theory. There's new players joining all the time, every day. There was 2 or 3 today. You saw the player counts there. I think we were 20 people before, another 8 or 9 on Rag, and so there's no shortage of new players. I might wait a bit to join another tribe. My opinion on tribe, especially as the server owner, is like, I spend all this time to get new players, all this recruitment, and if they join the wrong tribe, it's a bunch of douchebags or the tribe leader's an asshole, then they get a really bad taste for the server in general. So, I'd say take your time or start your own. And again, we do bosses together, we do caves together. Well, I used to. Crap. So you don't need to be in a tribe to still do that aspect of the playthrough. Alliances work for bosses, and then what? Like Roscoe did a boss last Saturday night. He invited anybody, and he provided the dinos. So he just unclaimed it, you claimed it, and then claim it back later. So I mean, there's a lot of ways to do it. And of course, if you want to be in Tribe of Nations, no problem. I just find that at this time the negatives outweigh the positives. My opinion. It was something that was really helpful to grow the server as well at first. It's not so much needed anymore. I'm not going to be promoting it anymore. But there's so many old ads running that there'll still be people that want to join, right? And I'll try and talk them out of it. And one reason is it doesn't work as well when I'm not there all the time. Here's a huge downside. Only admin can unclaim dinos, which keeps everybody safe. It's a good way to go. The problem is when you go into the cluster to transfer, the cluster system and the oboe work in a way where they unclaim the dino to be able to transfer it. So every time someone wants to bring dinos over, they need me to make them an admin temporarily while they do that. And that's going to be really hard on people because I'm not going to be there that much. Now they can message me, like I said, Discord's on my left, the stream's on my right, the chat part of it. It is, it was. It had a glory day, man. Right before school started and even a little bit after, that entire peninsula, like all of it, right to the top, was bases and housing. The Golden Gate Bridge was there. There was another bridge this guy Sear built. Everybody had dinos. There was like 15 people playing at the same time in that area. But it got to the point to where people couldn't play anymore in that area because it was so built up. Unless you had a boss PC, and I mean boss, you couldn't be there. It just didn't work. So that was hard. And then, so some guy joins, he's kind of like a quiet to himself sort of guy, and then you just can't play in that area. So we had to start cleaning it up. So the negatives started outweighing the positives. And if the tribe leader, which is me, isn't there that much, then we got a big problem. It turns to chaos pretty quick. I mean, just this weekend, some troll type kid joins. Was it this weekend or middle of the week last week? He jumps in my Twitch every now and then and just says 100% toxic and leaves. But he joined. I'm gonna die of starvation pretty soon. I must have some berries. He joins up, and I've been doing this a while. This is the second time Tribe of Nations has been around. Oh, the cold's gonna kill me here. It's a downer. So, this is the second time Tribe of Nations around. I do a 1-minute intro with the player before they join. And I get gut feelings, So I had a gut feeling about this kid, man. I just was worried about him. So day 2, he's playing. And we had tribe dinos for each district, stack of them. And one of them was a level 270 pterodon that I gave to the tribe, like I donated. And this guy changes the name of it to his name, obviously against the rules. I suspected him, so I was spectating him, and I saw him doing it, and then I saw him. We had a rank system, so like a noob couldn't whistle or ride your dinos. And even right after he joined, I knew, and I went and ranked up all the dinos in the district. So if I hadn't been there to rank up all the dinos in the district, if I hadn't been watching him, he probably would have got some damage done to the tribe. And I'm just not going to be there as much. So And also with what happened on Thursday with all the crashing and the issues, I realized like, A, I got to remove the Golden Gate Bridge. I got to remove, because my gates weren't just regular gates. They were a gate frame with foundations, two fence foundations, and then walls going up with a railing to look cool. So it's really kind of consuming, um, for the people around the area. It used a lot of RAM up. I start on the good side. Ooh, I started pretty close to where I died, didn't I? Yes, sir. I may die again because I'll have to get some hide clothes on the go, I think. Like, that would have sucked if that happened when I was actually trying to knock out that trike. So if this the... Where the... Okay, so it should be this way. I was already around the lake and on my way back. Wait a minute. This does not look familiar. Yeah, okay, it must be. What the hell? I'm confused now. So yeah, so Tribe of Nations is on its... And it was never going to be... there's no guarantees it was going to be like super permanent anyways. This just looks way off. I'm way up north, aren't I? Super confused right now. Yeah, that's my old cave marker from the other one. Respawned in a spot I haven't spawned in. Watch, this will be a high level trike. Just because it wants to jerk me around. Nope. Almost 68, close. Yeah, we've had a couple, but I've kind of known right away. You don't catch them all, One guy was named Raptor R4 something or other. There's certain hints you get, like, okay, Counter Strike 4,000 hours, only ever played PvP games, and he's wanting to join a PvE server. It's not, it's going to be boring for him or her. It's just not the same game. So that usually something like that, and I'll be like, something's off, And then just their behavior in the first few minutes when I meet them. I almost want to die again just so I get out of this spot. I think I will. So yeah, behavior, there's all these little hints you get, but you do miss a couple of them. Back when we were PvP, there was a... Yeah, back when we were PvP, we had a lot of problems. August 1st to 7th, big problems. And then we switched 2 of the maps to PvE, 2 to PvP, and then in the middle of August, more problems. And finally, I just decided with the community that I wasn't going to be running no more PvE server or PvP servers. Even with a strong rule set and all these other things, just like we had ORP, right? Wow, look at this guy. Come on, say hello. We had ORP, and then people just log off when they don't feel like fighting, or attack someone and log off, or even with the rules, it gets screwed up. I was losing my mind. I was spending too much time defending myself, settling arguments, and being involved in bullshit. Started bugging me quite a bit. I keep starting quite a ways up north. That was a crappy cold weather death. I'm gonna have to get... I just don't want it... that was BS death. I just don't feel like dying because of cold. It is tough. You need it. You know what you need is a bit of a team. Like, you can't be one guy running 4 servers, and I was like one of these guys that just kind of hoped people would understand what like our concept was to do the playthrough, and if you're the alpha tribe and someone attacks you, you got to be reasonable about it, but the alpha tribe's full of newbie douchebags, in our case for the August 1st to 7th. You never PvP'd before, so, and you just get these toxic people. There's this one guy, Kubamar, who was just mean, like mean in the chat. So I get messages on Discord being like 4 people one time, a group, a tribe that were like, yeah, we thought this was going to be kind of a nice place to play, but not if you got assholes like this. And they quit, and blocked me on Discord. And so it took, and when we first started, like I banned, I don't know how many people for being dicks. And it wasn't until we fully switched over to PvE that all of a sudden the bans weren't needed as much. You know, and these guys get all upset. You know, they're little hotheads, and they get all upset, and then they start chasing me around on Reddit and stuff. And some of them think that, oh, if all of us leave, and then in one case for August 1st to 7th, these people literally tried to recruit out. They started their own server, which has 2 people on it at most. Um, you know, it's garbage. And it had 8 like the first day, and they tried to recruit all these people from my server, you know, and just lose players for nothing. Just got highly annoyed. Just waste of work when you spend all this time recruiting. That's another reason too. I don't find metal boxes are fun. They're not fun to build, you know. And PvP, like, look, I did PvP on official when I first started. I was part of a tribe. I was the low guy in the tribe though, so I just did a lot of farming and, you know, holding the door when they were in caves, locking shit down. Pretty. I wasn't like doing a ton of PvP. But I don't find this game the best for PvP either. You know, the hitboxes are a little weird. Um, you don't get to do a lot of PvP. It's a lot of prep, but in some cases on YouTube, I've seen some really cool PvP battles and stuff. But I really love PvP. But I played in Division, Call of Duty. I always forget the name of the game. It was a little free game that was fast action, really cool. I liked it a lot. It's still around. It's from England. I just always forget the name of it. Um, I just need to respawn somewhere close. I'm not making that run. Just not. It's not gonna happen. And it's just it won't give it to me. It's turning out to be like not what I was hoping when I started. I was all amped up. Yeah, well, that's a ban. That's an insta ban. If anyone promos another server that's playing on my server, they're out. No, I didn't. The next game I'm waiting for, I've said it a bunch of times, is Fallout 76 in Division 2. I did a little bit of my first PvP, big time PvP experience. I'm a little older. Was damn it, jeez, I just played part 4, man. Battlefield, the first one, where you're on Normandy beaches from the ship, and that was mind-blowingly good at the time. I loved it. I was playing in an internet cafe, which were really popular at the time because I didn't have a PC that could run it. You know, sounds like a good start. Wow, is this West Zone 6 or what? 10 spawns in a row. So no, I don't know Blackout Beta. So I have, and then Battlefield Desert Storm was crazy. I got so good with the jet, I could just grief all day. Division, I had a great team of these 3 Swedish guys that I played with that were really good. So should I try West Zone 2? No. I just need to catch this spawn, man. I'm almost past the 15-minute marker. Look at this again and again. I have to put down that bed. I had enough of this. If I ever get back there. It was a free bed anyways. What am I thinking? Come here, Sharky. Eat me up. Have some lunch. Nothing like a good old fist fight with a shark. This is driving me mad. If it spawns me in the snow again, I swear to God, I'm going to smash my mouse. Like, I won't even get back there. Grab that green drop, I guess. PUBG I played a little bit. One game I did like was Arma 3, but the Exile mod. Sounds like a Rex. I don't think he's going to be able to see me. I'll hide behind this thing while I pick it up. If I can, yeah, cool. Oh boy, I don't think I can carry all that home. Oh, nice. Arma 3 Exile mod. It was before Battle Royales, before all that stuff. Kind of like H1Z1 or whatever it's called. You dropped out from a parachute. Look at that, and kilos and everything. I should be setting up shop around here, but it's too dangerous. You dropped out with a parachute. You had nothing, and you had to go loot houses. And there's other players as well, depending on the server you're on. You had PvE missions, and it would announce them and put a blinker on your radar, and that's where the players would be drawn to that. So that would get pretty interesting. And you could build little houses at the airport and a couple other spots. You could buy cars and vehicles, and you'd find vehicles parked, but the good armored ones you had to get. Yeah, Arma 3 Exile was cool. My problem was the private server aspect. A lot of fly-by nights. The best server I played on was pay to win, so it was great. But you could buy stuff, and he had a nice setup, web page, solid pricing, all this kind of stuff. But the problem was, you buy stuff and then suddenly people find you, right, and your stuff gets blown up. A little bit shady. You never know. So I had to get off that one. But I had a lot of fly. I'd spend a month on a server, 6-8 weeks. You build up, you get some good vehicles, stuff like this, and then it's gone. So that was the problem there. I couldn't find, and the solid servers that were around long enough, like 30, 40 players, it was hard to get going. But the map was big. You could hide pretty good. But after a few days, there was this really cool armored vehicle that was pretty important. I just saved up after looting. You got to loot, fill up a pickup truck, go sell the loot, and it takes a long grind to get this truck. And once you have this truck, even if someone shoots at you, odds are you can outmaneuver it, move fast, whatever. But it was a prized possession. These guys found it parked while I was putting up the roof over, like the wooden garage. Just C4'd it. 4 days lost, but that's how it was. That's what made it kind of cool. I'd be in a building looting. It'd be quiet for an hour or two. You wouldn't hear a thing, and then you'd hear a bullet whiz by. Heart starts racing. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was the one I was best at, though, for sure, because I played it so much. Just all day, all the time. I think H1Z1, is that how you pronounce it? I think it was a lot more popular than Arma 3 Exile. Yeah. Let's hope this time at least I respawn close. I'm going to lose all this wood. Oh, 2 raptors now. Might be able to outrun them, though. Oh, looks like they're about the exact same speed as me. We are in trouble. This has been a horrible 40 minutes. Just horrible. Those raptors probably get sidetracked with something. Yeah. I got so much more done in the first 48 minutes. This 48 minutes, 0 done. Seven respawns in a row up in the north, I think, or 5 at least. I don't think you'll be able to catch up. I'm sure my body's, if it hasn't timed out by now, it's real close. If I even make it back there. That's one thing I like about Ragnarok too. Vikings Bay 1, the spawn's such a tight area, you don't need a bed at all. The spawn's, West Zone 3 is, I don't know, what would you say that is, 5 miles or something crazy? Yeah, and they never did much. They never released it, right? It never came out of EA, now it's a little too late. But I find PUBG's kind of like it's like Arma 3 Exile, and all they did was it's exactly Arma 3 Exile mod, and all they did was put the shrinking thing in, and you can't build. The same thing, looting the buildings, like military areas have better buildings. That's exactly Arma 3. I'm fucking starting to get on tilt with this shit, man. Kind of want to keep this stuff, but I mean, it's easy enough to craft. I don't have any food, so healing's not even going to happen. And watch, I'll spawn way up in the north again. I mean, if it's supposed to be random. Well, now it's all Fortnite anyways. Even PUBG's taken a bit of a hit since it was released. And now everything's going to be Battle Royale, which kind of makes sense. Like, I get the concept because it's a huge map and it brings everybody together. Um, so, you know, I feel that. But small maps Call of Duty is good too. I don't know. I wish they'd really just get a good. I wasn't too enthusiastic about the Call of Duty where it's like you could like power jets and stuff. I liked it more the old school style. Which they kind of. I haven't played any of the new Black Ops or anything, so that's kind of my bad. Been stuck with Ark, and I'm just waiting on Division, hoping that they make it good because there were some problems on initial release of the other one. Well, we made it to our body. Now we just got to make it back with our bed so that we don't have a repeat of this. Probably don't need to be carrying no 100 stimberries. Yes, exactly. They had to. There's a lot of. I'm pretty sure they did too. It looks pretty good. I think I've watched a few videos of it. I guess it just got a little bit played out, but I'm really looking for like a new PvP game that I'm gonna enjoy. You know, I would love for it to be like the vision that I'm getting the impression of Fallout, like GT, like open world. You can build a little bit, have a base. There's PvE and PvP mixed together. You know, that could be something really cool. You know, but I think it's hard with the current engines we have to do building plus PvP. Like it just doesn't seem to work right. Can I ditch? Don't need that. It should do it. I'll keep this wood stuff, so I'm gonna put a wood foundation down right now. Oh god, it was horrible. I'll tell you what. Really upsetting for me because I waited a year and a half for that game. I was so amped up. I was so excited to play it, and what came out was not what they promised, you know, and it deserved its bad reviews. And in the first 20 hours, you thought it was amazing. It was only after you played a little bit longer that it started to turn to shit. Now, the reason I liked it, and they changed it, they changed the meta so much. It's a pretty great game now. It has a lot to it. But the reason I started liking it is for one certain meta, the only good gear was in the dark zone. And the dark zone, so you had to go there to get good gear, whether you're a PvE player or a PvP player, and you could team up in a group of 4. And if you had a good group, and then you had to extract the stuff. And if you didn't and someone killed you, they got the stuff. Now, hackers were a problem. There's a lot of ridiculous issues, but I happen to connect, me being a community type, it didn't take long for me to have a team speak going with a bunch of people in it. And over time, as I got more and more people in, eventually I got some really friggin' good players in there that I could join up with that helped me out, you know, helped me learn the game. And we were just devastatingly evil killers in that dark zone, and I started to really enjoy it. So I liked it because I was good at it. It turned into a good game, but it was too late. You know, the people already. That was at a time when, and it still goes on, where they're releasing games and promising you one thing and they're giving you another. And that was a big letdown, that game. They showed so many things that weren't at all the same as what came out. Like, not even close. It deserved all its bad reviews. I thought it was amazing the first time I played it. And that's what kind of sucked, because it takes 20 hours, your refund time, before you realize you're getting kind of screwed, you know? I can build a whole little box out of wood here if I want. I think that was the home building kit there. Might as well, since things are, Yeah, 3 plus a ceiling. Yeah, that's a great little find actually. Just to get some starter stuff down. So I liked it because I had the right guy, and these guys were funny. We got along really well. I missed them like hell, and some of them, maybe not all of them, are also waiting for Division 2, and um, so yeah. But Fallout 76 seems like it's gonna be pretty good as well. Oh yeah, no more automatic door closing. Huh? Damn, get spoiled with that S plus. Yeah, I'm gonna come kill you in a minute. Where are you, yappy little bastard? And boy, the reviews were bad. And well deserved. And they tried, they didn't give up. They kept fixing it, and now it's got so much to it. There's so many different things you can do. So it's pretty great. Alright, we're just not going to get to harvest this. There we go. So it's pretty great, but the good gear is spread out because people bitched, oh, I don't want to do PvP to get good gear. And, that makes sense. People bitched a lot, so now the good gear is everywhere. The dark zone is huge, so you're not going to really run into people. It definitely needs a lot of work. And then there's they just added so much content. You got your money's worth now. If you can get it on sale with all the stuff, you get your money's worth. But, I mean, it's too late. And exploits and hackers at the beginning, man. Frig. Not good at all. Yo, what up? Baby doll geek, how are you? I just started on is this island vanilla settings. I guess it's in the title. I started earlier today. Been trying to find this trike forever and a year. Just can't seem to get any luck going with it, but I'm just gonna switch up the game for a bit and farm a few mats. There should be a box of wood I just dropped here. So yeah, I had no luck with it, but I found a bed and the stuff to build a little house, so I kind of had some good luck there. Where do I need to fix this up? Flint, stone. Do I even have any stone? Yeah. I found this spyglass. It's actually been okay on the drops. Can't complain about that. I think I'm going to go back out and look for the trike now that I got some food. No idea where I put my arrows. Yeah, you know what? And there's a bit of a story to it, so I'm going to tell it again. Just because, why not? It's not like I got people that have been listening to me repeat it. I have 4 maps in a cluster. Probably 25, 30 players or something on them right now. Well, probably closer to 30. Probably 20 on the island. And it started at 2 times, same as officials on weekends, My plan was to do a playthrough of the whole thing, but over time, people kept saying they wanted 3 times. And then finally, people didn't really do the playthrough, they just tamed and bred dinos, which is cool. So the community started to have almost more say than I did with respect to the community, which is cool. I mean, that just makes sense, right? And they make donations, they help pay for it. So gradually we had to add dino storage mod, which is like you can take a dino anywhere in your pocket. S Plus was there. The rates went from 2 times to 3 times, and I just decided I wanted to get back to what I was trying to do, which is a playthrough close to, if not exactly, the way the devs intended. And I took the day off, like I've been doing ARC for 30 days straight, since July really. June when we started it. I had a week off in July. So I've been promoting the server, recruiting, managing it, taking care of a tribe with 30 people in it. And I was a little frustrated Saturday night because I just don't want to do the playthrough with like all these friggin' 7 mods and 3 times and reduced breeding and all this stuff. Just make so that was just me though, because I had a goal of like, I understand what my community's saying and I support them 100%. You know, I make the changes for them for sure. But I had a different goal in mind, so I had to figure out what I was gonna do, and then in the end, I just said, F it. I'm gonna start my own map. I'm gonna do it the way I intended, and there's no voting or community in here. Yeah. Oh no. I know. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. You know. I put the dino count to 1,000 like per tribe, and like people are like, well, I already have 700. Well, yeah, they're not even asking. Like, you can put them in the box and they don't, anyways. So, yeah. I'm still going to take care of those maps. Going to recruit for them every day. Going to manage them properly. But it's not my game like that. My game is this game. The bitch. The spending forever to find a trike. And I can't carry a raptor in my pocket to throw it out to carry it, Where it got me is that I was doing all the caves and stuff. And I got really good at them. And then now, if I go to do a cave, like I had a little problem thinking about, well, I got to get 2 frogs and my baryonyx to the swamp cave. And I live way deep in the south. That's going to be a bit of a mission. So I'm kind of planning it out in my head, and like it's part of the game for me is that strategy of how am I going to get these dinos there safely. And with the Pokemon thing, no need, right? Don't even got to think about it. But the community seems super happy about it, so I'm happy they're happy. You know, it's just not my game, but I can't outvote 60, 70 people. What do you want me to do? Well, you guys are wrong. 70 people are wrong. I'm right. Nope. That's just an asshole there. And these people are helping to pay for it every month. This month I think I'll only put maybe 15, 20 bucks out of my pocket. So I'm not going to tell them, well, you guys are paying, so screw it. It's my way or the highway, that doesn't feel right either. I had to spend a whole day thinking about it yesterday, what I was going to do to straighten this out. And I did spend the whole day. I didn't log in except for emergencies, and I came to the conclusion that, well, first and foremost, I love the community. Yeah, there's 2 assholes there on Saturday, but who cares? That's out of how many players, right? You can't really hold the community responsible for 2. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So there's 2 dicks, and forget them. That's no problem. The majority of the players, I mean 97%, were super supportive of whatever decision I made, and were just wanting the service to work correctly and be fixed. And we were able to do that, and those guys are great, and, and I'm still there. Like, I can see my Discord here. I got battle metrics in front of me on another one with all 4 of the maps up, and I know what's going on. I recruited for 7 or 8 hours today. We added a few players. So it's not like I'm walking away from it. I'm still big into the community. I still love them to death. There's some long-term friends I'm going to make thanks to that community. People that I may even see, hopefully, if they ever pass in my area in Montreal, I got a room for them to stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will never stop taking care of that community and doing my best to make sure everyone's having a good time on high-end servers that function correctly. And, we had those problems Thursday night. We're going 2 months with no problems, and all of a sudden we're getting shutdowns and bullshit. Is that a theory up there? No. Looked funny over that hill, so it had to be fixed, And Sunday morning when those 2 characters there were ripping, and kind of a third 2, I'm not going to go over their names again, were ripping when I went to bed. I hadn't slept much. I went to bed Saturday around like 5:30 in the morning because of trying to fix everything up and get it working, and adding 4 mods to 4 maps and then finding all the ENI codes I needed so that you can't put these Pokeballs in caves and stuff. It's a big job, and then you got to make sure, and then I had to change settings on all 4, and then I got to review each one to make sure it's right, and I'm exhausted, right? So when I woke up Sunday and just saw the hate that was on the Discord from these two loudmouths. I'll tell you what, I got kind of depressed. But first I got pissed off. And all my answers, I've been asleep 6 hours. Like, come on, the server's not working correctly. We had to make changes to fix it. I'm asleep for 6 hours, and when I wake up, I just see this crap there. And it's like, give me a chance, man. You know, like we can fix that. It takes one restart, and the tribe counts back to 1,000. No problem, right? And you know, so that I was actually pretty depressed on Sunday. I'm not gonna lie. I just watched movies all day and sort of thought about things. But I was hurting pretty bad yesterday. Since June 1st, when I started this, I've been 7 days a week. There's 25,000 players playing Ark and 20,000 private servers. You know, it's not easy to get a community going of 140 in the Discord, and to keep it up that high, and to keep adding players, and yet felt a little unappreciated there. But I'm over it, and you know, we came up with a solution that suits everybody. So, which is always the way to go. I always try and find a middle ground. Now, we shouldn't bring up this topic. I get all upset. Or all dramatic. Try not to have drama in my streams. Yeah, very small group. And that's it. Like, that's, you know what? Like I said, I don't, any one of those people ever messages me asking for something, well, forget it, dude. You're not getting a response. So they've hurt themselves more, you know? Yeah, I know, and I felt that. I felt that, but it's still, you can't, and I shouldn't have taken it. I knew better. I know better than to take that personally. From the business I worked in, I would be an amazing waiter to somebody, and they would treat me like shit at the end, you know? So I'm supposed to be thicker skinned than that, but big thing was I was tired. I was frustrated the servers weren't working correctly. Like, I was emotional already a little bit. So I was at a weak point, right? So when those guys said what they said and acted the way they acted, it affected me more than it should have. That's why I stayed out of it yesterday, to kind of get myself back to where I usually am. So I was very weak, and you know, it affected me more than it should have. There's always a couple little kids in there that don't know what the hell they're talking about, and it's the stupid ones that have the loudest voices, right? So, but I just felt I myself wasn't very strong. Sleeping 3 or 4 hours a night since Thursday, trying to figure out what the hell's going on with the servers I cherish, and the poor community, you know, the poor community that suffered on the island so hard. You know, Thursday and Friday, Saturday, it's rolling back. The guys are playing, and you know, all of a sudden they don't have you play for an hour and a half, and all of a sudden, you know, it rolls back 30 minutes. Like, so I was super sympathetic with the play. You know, I was just in a bad way. Okay, well, I don't know what the frig to do about this freaking trike. I'm gonna have to go tame that 58 across the water. No choice at this point. It's getting ridiculous. Yeah, it is. And it was perfect. We had some kind of weird issue earlier, like a couple months ago, but they just put us on new hardware. Problem solved. You know, it was Nitrato's end. Like, my server company messaged me and said, "Look, I think we're going to shift you over to some new hardware, and that should resolve it." This time they're like, "Dude, it's not us, bro. It's not me. It's you." You know. So we were like, "Damn, we're on our own. No one's gonna help us, man. It's just, we either fix this or we're not." So I was burnt, and I was already burnt out. Saturday night when it started, I was sitting on my couch, man. I was just gonna watch TV all night and relax, and then that was at, say, 10 o'clock, and I got off I had to get back up, turn on my PC, and I was off at 4 a.m. And Sunday I woke up to that. I was like, yeah, okay, here, have what you want, and then I'm out. It is a great community, though. It's the best community I've ever had. I've been doing it a while. Like, I've taken long breaks, you know? Like, I put 1,300 hours in Division and stuff while I owned a restaurant, so that's quite a few months of stuff. But this community, by far, is the coolest community I've ever been lucky enough to have to run. Okay, we're going to take the 58 trike because I've had enough zigzagging around for this. It's just too much. What am I carrying that's so heavy? And now that there's quite a few players, it promotes itself a little bit, right? People find it in the search. And what's funny is when you first start the server, it just doesn't show up in the searches. Like, it's a bit weird. But now people join without me doing anything. I usually promote hard every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because it's the weekend. Monday, Tuesday are the days I kind of don't promote too much, unless it's a holiday or something. And this weekend I didn't, and still added new players. So, but it's old posts. Today I put up a new Reddit post though. So that level 50 whatever trike near my base is going down. Enough's enough. I got the Medjos for it at least. Just have to farm the narco. Wouldn't it be nice if some level something better just happened to spawn in? I mean, it's okay because I'm just talking away, blah, 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 running around. But progress, it's been 1 hour, 11 minutes of no progress at all. The first hour and a half, like, I was flying, level 1 to 20 some, rafts built, boxes up, got narco on the go, things are getting done. And then things got a little stale for half an hour, and then since then it's been shite. Like, oh boy, what's in that white box? This could be exciting. So yeah, I gotta get this trike knocked out so I can feel like I've gotten something done. I mean, I'm not in a rush, but still, damn. 1 hour, 11 minutes. That timer's not too good either. It tells me how long I've been on. 1 hour, 11 minutes, 53 seconds, and I got myself a wood hut. I'm pretty heavy too. Whatever this is going to be hard to carry. Oh, yeah, another bed. That's awesome. I just don't need these torches, but that's alright. I don't need these boxes. With the stones, what's going to go? We'll get enough of that real soon. So many resources around here, except metal, but that's why we got the raft. Raft and a bird eventually. Get a bird. I'm going to go dump this off and tame the first trike I see, which is a level 58, I'm pretty sure, right near my boxes. And it could be worse. It's actually going to be the lowest first trike I've ever tamed, but I mean, you know what I could have got done in 3 hours just chopping wood by hand at this point? A lot. Things have rolled down to a slow crawl. I'll get a trap up here. Maybe a trap right across the water. Nah, I'll put the trap on the raft at first. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I like about, like, I literally don't care how many viewers I have in the stream. If I get a couple, great. The chat, great. And if not, because this is going to YouTube in 24 hours, then I'll just do tutorial up, But it's one of the reasons I love it is because, like, my girlfriend works, like, she works since 2 this afternoon to like 4 in the morning. So I'm here by myself anyways. And while I play Ark, I got people to chat to. So, thank you for coming out. You know what I mean? Did I, like, somehow walk right by my build? I don't know why I'm picking up berries either. I'm already too heavy. Must be more. No, it's still more south. I got a lot of Medjo berries. That kind of slowed me down just pressing the E button the whole time. Something doesn't make sense. Yeah, I passed it. Oh, the time I'm burning walking around. I'm getting a little triggered from this. Once I knock out a trike and I feel productive again, then that's going to be great. That's the key. I got to get some production done. I think I'm totaling straight up about 1 hour, 44 minutes without really adding to anything. This is just someone who, again, is complaining without having any knowledge of anything. So we'll just answer that quick. I've had to explain this 100 times. Yeah, you don't have a clue what you're talking about, buddy. Join the Twitch. The amount of frustration people have, it's unreal. Yeah, so Husker, real quick, the way the settings are, when a supply drop comes down, it should land on top of the box. Now, what happened is Merck had the idea to build little huts near the supply drops and put a bed inside and a box. So what he does is when he sees the drop, in order to get there fast, he goes to the bed, takes the drop, puts it in a box. Okay? And then from there, every now and then he gets on a bird or whatnot, and he can go ahead and fly around and pick up all the stuff in those boxes. So unless you can send me a screenshot, because believe me, you're not the first person to bring this up. And that's why the first person that complained, I went and teleported to him and said, geez, and I opened the door. I opened Merc's door, and I'm like, a bed? No one builds a bed when they're trying to block a drop. This doesn't seem malicious. And then I figured it out, and then the first person that found it was like, yeah, exactly, right? So the first person that saw it says, he shows me, and we're both like, whoa, Merc's kind of bright, man. That was a smart move. So then he puts the box. Now, the way the server settings are is when a supply drop comes down, if there's a box in a way, it lands on top of it, right? So it's not actually blocking, right? I assume you're talking about the desert ones. So yeah, as opposed to typing all that, I'll tell you, no, I don't plan any restrictions. And so far, all the people that have noticed it have built up their own little huts and are capitalizing on the idea. So that's what's going on with that. And we did investigate it. Red has reported it. You're probably the fifth person to report that issue. In the end, it's not an issue that I'm aware of. It's actually quite bright. Especially because they're spread out, There you go, bud. And it's not worth doing on the island, right? Because the drops are like, meh, mediocre. But on Scorch, man, that's money well spent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Merc's a dedicated player that puts a lot of time in, man. This kid ain't playing around. You know what I mean? And he doesn't. I don't think he's going to Scorched Earth to build mansions. He's farming gear, and he just set himself up with, with a way to do it quick. And it was so funny. I can't remember who it was. Good guy. He's like, look, I'm not sure, but I checked 2 drops now, and there's boxes right near the drops. And I was like, I get all huffy, big chest, like, better get down there. Can't be doing that. Rah, rah, rah. So I go over and I take the door down to see what's inside this box, and I see a bed and a box, and it dawns on me. I'm like, man, this is bright, dude. I feel bad I wrecked one of his doors, but he'll replace it. So pretty cool beans was that. I was impressed. Yeah, he's pretty smart, man. I've had my ups and downs with him, but the last conversation we had about something, he was real honest with me and straightforward, and I don't know. Maybe he was bullshitting me, maybe not, but it changed my attitude about him completely after that. He just said, "Look, dude, I'm gonna incriminate myself. I did something wrong, and here's what. And I was like, bro, what he told me he did wasn't even against the rules. I'm like, you're good, dude. He's like, okay, well, you know. But he was willing to burn himself just to fucking. And the fact is, he's put a lot of hours in that server. He's put a lot of work. He's tamed a lot of shit. I mean, you know, so he's as good as anyone. And I busted his balls quite a few times. He's gotten the old 1-2 guilty by association, the poor son of a bitch. Just because someone named him. Someone said something bad about him. This poor guy, And not that I did anything. It's not like I banned him or took away his stuff. Okay, whoa. Let's actually get prepared correctly before we do this here. It's not like I took away his stuff. I just kind of busted his balls a little bit. I don't know. We just butt heads like that. Yeah, I know. SE drops and rag drops. But SE drops for sure to me are the best, but people say rag's pretty great too. Well, you ain't gonna catch me. Ooh, sounds like you might catch me. We're gonna get him all twisted up in here though. I really want to kneecap him. So yeah, but isn't that sick, dude? Like, I'm sure other people have done it. He's just the first guy to do it on. I am doing a playthrough. Yeah, I'm doing the playthrough here, but I'm not doing a playthrough with Pokemon balls and 3 times settings and half breeding and shit. If I'm doing a playthrough, I'm doing it right. For me, the 3 times was heavy. That was like, I almost changed when it was 3 times. Once the Pokemon ball was out, I talked to you about it today, anyways, and we talked about it in this stream. So, I did a balanced budget of time. I spend all day promoting, recruiting, and then I do 3 hours doing this, and then after this, like today, took a break. Oh boy, I ran the wrong way there. Take a break, and then get back on recruiting and promoting. And so the community's number one, always. That'll never change. But I always like this game, and my favorite experiences with this game are on officials. When the settings were 1/2 of what they are now. That's how and none of this Argent can carry 10 million. Fuck. At least I have my bed this time. None of this crap with the Argent can carry a Doed and farm stone like it is now. Look at this guy. This guy's adventurous. He wants me pretty bad. So yeah, I'm still all about the community and server, but I'm not about 3 times and the S plus. A lot of the mods bugged me from the beginning, but if you don't have mods, why the hell doesn't someone just go play on official? You need to offer a better product, right? Something different that people can enjoy. And I'm also not going to tell 40 people in my community, screw you guys, we're doing what I want. That's just not making any sense to me. So after thinking about it, I said I would do this, and so far I'm loving it. There's been some ups and downs. I spent 45 minutes earlier looking for a trike, and it turned out I had the settings wrong. The max level was 30. So I'm like, what the hell, man? At level 8, level 6? Uh-oh. Or level 8, level 6? This is bullshit. So when I went on break there to eat some dinner, make sure the water was back on, fire up a new pot of coffee, I realized that I had the settings wrong. And the best I could find, I've been 1 hour 23 minutes yapping my mouth off, looking for this trike. The best I could. I had to settle on a 58. But it's better than nothing. At least once I get this, I'll be able to progress. Oh. Hopefully he tires, man. This is not good. Pause, get my stamina. Recovered that health from the last shot, though. No, I don't play on no client side. I bought another server today. $10 a month, cheapest one they have. $10 a month, 10 slots. Yeah, it's just not in the cluster, obviously. It's on the same account, obviously. It's good. The more money I spend with Nitrato, the better I get treated. They've written 2 other letters since the weekend, just making sure everything's okay. Checking up. So that was kind of cool. Move, move, get out the way. I ain't complaining about that. I was pushing it. I'm lucky I didn't get popped right there. Now he's running. That's a great sign. There you go. Snoozy time. Kinda close to my boxes. Oh, I know. I'm not aiming for the head. I was shooting for the kneecaps and stuff. You just have to dump something in there. You mean 1/5 to get it knocked out? It won't change the rate at which it tames, if that's what you're saying, I don't think. But I'm always aiming for the kneecaps or just dumping darts at them. I knew I had a lot of extra darts. If things were tight, I probably wouldn't have done it that way. The torpor goes up 5 times slower. I'm not sure, but once he's knocked out, I don't think how you knocked him out does anything. Just how long it'll take to get him knocked out and stuff. If that makes sense. What the fuck happened to all my Medjo berries? There we go. And, yeah, we'll get a fireplace going when I get over there. Yeah, exactly. It's shit. I know I don't want to hit him in the head. I'm trying to get those kneecaps, and then, I'm kind of rushing it a bit, and just sometimes I'm like, fuck it, I'll fire out a dart. You know what I mean? Just to get rid of it. Because I have extra. If I didn't have extra, I probably would have been a little careful, but then sometimes you can balance it out with the delay for me to get another shot in. Who knows, And if you're with 2 people, it's way easier because one guy leads them or you get them in a trap. We don't have nothing. And he's a bullshit. I mean, I'm not happy in the first place that this is the trike I've got knocked out. 75 is usually my minimum. It's just because I've been streaming for 1 hour, 20 minutes, running up and down in circles in this beach. Half an hour was getting screwed, respawning in the snow area. So I finally broke down and put a bed. It's just been a really unproductive hour and 30 minutes. And I was like, look, I need to, because I'm waiting on the trike to do some building, get my raft and my walls up there. So I was like, I'll take anything at this point, even this crappy level 60 something, which ain't bad. It's not the worst. It's a start. The worst was the first. I started today. Got everything was going pretty fast. I got to level 21 real quick. Get my arrows. Want to go get a trike, and everything's level 6, level 8, and I had the settings wrong. So I was like, I was getting kind of tilted a bit and pissed, because I'm out killing trikes now, killing 6s and 2s to try and get it to spawn, and I'm coming, Junior, relax. Yeah. Now we got something I had to knock some. I had to get production back on the go. I had to start. I was moving nowhere. There was a lot of backwards going on. The wood house out of those drops is pretty great. Now we're back on track. We're not dying. We're getting stuff knocked out. We're picking stuff up. And you don't rank up too quick running in circles either. You know, so it was a real slowdown. It was a really solid first hour, 30 minutes. Then the last hour, 30 minutes wasn't so solid at all. But as soon as I have this trike, man, things are going to get going. I know it. I just know it. And my cat wants to go outside. Just let me get a little fireplace going next to this trike and I'll let you go outside. You hang in there, bud. And once I have the trike and put up some walls, I can knock out some dodos, I can knock out some dilos, a couple turtles. Like, it's just going to be egg farm production, you know? So, that's the key. This trike has held up a lot. Once the trike's tamed, I'm on fire, man. It's going to be the next 4 or 5 hours is going to be crazy. That's right. It's all about the people. I might as well be a communist. That's my brother likes to make fun of me and call me a communist, but it really is. At this point, the community's gotten big enough. And look, whether they like it or not, if you want to have a lot of dinos, it wasn't working the way we had it, right? Like, we had to do something so that people could keep their dinos without me going around being like, whoa, you got 58. You need to get that back to 30. How many people are in your tribe? We needed a solution so that everyone could have their dinos, right? And the only real solution is exactly what we did. I'm coming, cat. I told you once, just gotta build this goddamn fireplace. And I'm a slave to that freaking cat. Not really, but... And I don't personally think it ruins the fun. It's just not my kind of game. I like the game if I'm in PvP, I'd like it to be easy and for me to win all the time, right? But in PvE, I want it as hard as humanly possible. I know. Can you hear? Boy, she's getting uptight. Alright, I'll be back in a minute here. Yeah, see? You gotta, that's why you can't mess around. But I guess there just wasn't enough drops on Aberration. I would have thought you got a lot of good gear from Aberration. I guess you didn't get to keep all that. But the island drops are swag. No, Flow Devil, the server's saying exactly the way it's set up. Let me put it to you this way. I'm like the CEO of that server, but I got shareholders to answer to, and they get it set up the way they like it. And that's the way they like it, so that's the way it goes. I'm not making... Man, you can't remove structures plus now. Or collision. You remove structures plus now, man. Heavy structures plus building is gone. All the pieces just disappear. No way, huh? I'm surprised to hear that. I got some pretty good stuff from Aberration drops. pretty good stuff because maybe I was early game and anything was good though, you know? Okay, I gotta make the saddle for this guy. So no, I'm not going over the story again because I've gone over a lot, Flow Devil, but there are absolutely zero changes except for maybe some tweaks with the new mod that might have to be adjusted as time goes on, but there aren't any changes coming to that server. Hide 140, I got it. I'll have to head back to the house here. Cave drops, I would think, are really good over there. I would imagine. Cave drops are garbage, except for the snow cave. And maybe the odd time you'll get something at the northwest cave on the island above ground, but the underwater ones are good. I'm going to be pretty heavily focused on a harbor and getting sea dinos, so I want to farm the underwater west cave that's right near here for drops until I get to the point where I can get into well, actually that's about it. Those are going to be where my best drops come from. Used to be you could spam berries like that, 200 and I'd be full. I don't think it's like that anymore. They really gimped up on the berries. Got hide friggin' scattered all over the place here. Oh, that'll do it. Some wood. How much? 25? Perfect. I don't have the means anymore, man. Unfortunately. I don't have any, that Golden Gate Bridge was a headache because of the wires. So in order to get all those wires removed, I simply left the tribe, and then rejoined after, of course. Left the tribe and destroyed all personal structures. So I don't have, oh yeah, thanks, forgot about that. I don't have anything over there now but a character. So no dinos, no buildings, no nothing. So I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to help you get those wyverns. Wyvern eggs. But just watch that video where I solo them, it's really not hard. I don't even think this guy's going to need any narco berries, but I'm going to farm everything and just throw it inside him and start building up my stone. Well, I need to make a bunch of thatch first to put my raft with a sunk thing, and then all the stone for it. The raft trap will be first on deck. So all I've got on the island is a 103 character. So if you've got a fast bird and I can borrow it to go help you, then yeah, I can do it. I have no idea. But the link is up in the Google Docs now, so you can always check it out. And there's a guy, the guy that recommended it, Versavius, when he's available. He knows a lot about it, so he could probably answer questions in global as well. But I know nothing about it, haven't touched it, never used it. Except the gun looks awesome because it looks like a paintball gun, which is pretty cool. I need a bunch of thatch. I need like a lot of thatch ceilings. or foundations and pillars, wood pillars. And I'll probably make some hide clothes when I get back. Things are progressing nicely now. Feeling pretty good about it. Oh shoot, I got a message on Discord here. Supposed to be paying attention, man. Oh no, okay, it's just metal. Nah, I shouldn't say it's just metal, but that was from a while ago. I think he's off to bed. School tomorrow, right? Yep. Well, I'm happy this trike's knocked out so I can progress. I literally just ran around in circles for hours. Even though he's a big garbagey, but he'll get the job done. We can use him later for eggs. Hopefully it's a female. Never check that. Did you see the the video of the water explosion, Husker? Well, I just put the pickup in Discord, I guess. The video's on my real Facebook and Twitter, I think, and my Instagram. But that was pretty awesome. Yeah, classic. Just the guys like standing there, and it is true. There's nothing those guys could have done. They got to wait till the city turns off the water and then get another crew in with the pipe. So, I mean, they were just standing there and they had good reason. But it looks hilarious when you see these three dudes standing there. And on Imgur and Reddit, people are just cracking like so many jokes. You know, like whatever, like the guys saying, you know, so this is the problem or whatever people are adding, and then a lot of puns on. Is it, how do you say it correctly? I say Imgur, but or Imgur. I don't think that's how you say it, but there's a lot of funny comments and puns there. Yeah, just staring. One guy, like you can't see him as a four, and I was on my way to the store. I didn't. It's not like I heard it from here. I was on my way to the store, I think to get milk or something, and I walk outside and there I see this water explosion. I'm like, oh, should I get a picture? Oh, I don't know, because the camera on my phone's broken along with the Wi-Fi. There's a piece that's busted from something that happened with it. I won't say what, but anyways. So I had to go get my Samsung, the big thing, to take the picture, and I was like, oh, I already locked the door. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and get this. I'm glad I did too. And then later on, all the kids come. There's a park right across. I've said this a million times. There's a park right across. Imgur, like that. Imgur. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, thank you guys for that. Hey, Dino, what up, dog? um, so all the kids start coming because the pool's there's a big pool there outdoor. It's really nice, pretty shallow, but it has a giant fountain in it and everything, and it's still really hot. But they close it down, I guess, around the middle of September. But it was really hot out today. So all the little kids, you know, for all different colors, are running up there and running around in the water. Pretty classic. Not obviously not in the direct spray. They would get launched like 20 feet in the air, but just nice, nice. Yeah, get that medal, yo. So, but they went to where it was landing, you know, having a good old time. 4 to 10 years old, like running from the park. Eventually there was gates up all around and the place was pretty locked down, but the cars driving by was kind of funny too. They were getting smoked. And shoot, I guess the water was gone for about 4 hours, but they got it back up. There's water now. But I was in the middle of doing laundry, no big deal, just shut that down. And I had a pot of coffee, half a pot up, and a Brita full of water in the fridge, so there's no real suffering on my end. I'd already showered and everything for the day. What's funny is they're coming to fix. In July when I first moved here, they were doing that job, doing some water pipes, and someone screwed it up. The electricity's big, man. Fridges, all that. The electricity's great. Get some lights. It's good to know Arcane's back in the game without having too many problems. That poor kid had some issues, and I know he was pretty sad on Friday when he knew he had to do some reinstalling because he had planned to play all weekend. And I took him through it step by step and get those mods cleaned up. And, he has a really bad internet connection, so it's a real headache for him to download the mods. But in the end, it worked out. So I like Arcane a lot, man. Alright, let's get our pillars and thatch stuff, start crafting some stuff here. Stuff for the raft, at least. Yes, I do. You mean every time you die, the skins that spawn? Here, watch. Escape. Options. Keyboard bindings. No. Advanced settings. Give default survival items. Uncheck. For a year, I shit you not, I was, not to the devs, I'm not writing letters, but I was complaining in my head, how the fuck can they not fix this? It's so fucking annoying, blah, blah, blah. And, well, kind of me. That was my bad, not them. So no matter where you transfer or what you do, they won't come back now. Oh, I needed some more weight. Thatch ceilings. No, we need foundations, not ceilings. I already got it. I got the pillars, I got that. That's enough to start. Let's see where we're at with stone. Oh, nice. And forge. Can't see. Yeah, sure, but for some of us it's annoying. Put a couple batches in a box, that's all you need. And preserving bin. Some key. Oh, hide clothes. Do I really care? It feels like a waste of engram points. I'm not gonna bother. Wait till I get some chitin at least. Oh, let's go get that box. Sure, I mean, it's to each his own, After playing for a year or 2 or 3 and having those skins spawn in every time, I had enough. Alright, take care, Husker. See you after, buddy. Oh, look at that. Wow. From a white. It's only Fiomia, but still. Baller. Oh man, it's gonna take forever. This is not going to be easy. Bosses solo, the snow cave solo. But I figured out some ways, fire arrows and bear traps, so we'll get it done. And who knows, I might get bored and give up. It depends how long this takes. Fallout 76 or Division, that'll be the end of that playthrough. Get back to it later. Just stop the server and leave it go. Need 9. No, I need more like... I'm going to demolish that many. Plus they're going to misplace. Yeah, man. I'm on it minute 1, bro. No joke. Definitely. And if I can buy a server, I will, but I don't think it'll be that way. But I prefer not to at first. I want to play on official, hard, PvP, whatever. But yeah, I'm down, man. I'm like, if it's released at midnight, I'm starting at midnight 01. Yeah, I'd rather learn on the public one under the real. You know what I mean? I'd rather master the game first, just like I did with not master this game, but I did my about 1,000 hours, maybe a little more, maybe a little less on this, on officials, before I did my own server. So probably follow that. Yeah, that's it, man. And that's what's cool about having the community, bro. Like, we're gonna have players ready to play together right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? We gotta dominate too. I'm not going out there to lose, boys. That's why you gotta get on those caves, man. Keep those guys. The big reason I'm doing caves all the time, make sure I'm like anyone can hammer a tree. I gotta make sure I'm good with my guns, switching from the hotbar quick, stuff like that. So it is, man. It is. I'm with you on that. Division, I'm gonna wait though. I'm not getting jerked around again. I don't know. I have a PS4, but I use it for Netflix. Okay, so now we need some wood pillars here. I keep forgetting that T thing. That kid got all mad at me. I wasn't using the T button, and like, yo, that's a good thing. I didn't even know about it. Short on wood, I guess. Just while this guy's taming, I'm getting most of my. Yeah, take care, Husker. Man, I pre-ordered Division 1 and that was regretful. I actually won't pre-order a game again after Division 1. Then I pre-ordered No Man's Sky, but I refunded it because that turned out. I mean, it's a decent game now, but kind of screwed around. I was buying it for the multiplayer. I don't like single-player games anymore. I like multiplayer or multiplayer co-op. One or the other, but not single-player. So I was a little let down when I saw No Man's Sky change from multiplayer to like 4 days before release. All of a sudden it's single player. I was like, no, not gonna do it. And now I don't pre-order. I don't care about the discount. Division 1 did me in. They shystered me up pretty good. Oh yeah, I need more weight, man. Enough to crawl it? How far away? That track's pretty far away. We're gonna drop the wood and run. Come back and get it. Yeah. Yeah, and I still put a ton of hours into Division 1. But I mean, kind of jerked me around a little bit there. This guy's coming along. I gotta get a bunch of stuff to be able to repair these tools that are about to break here. Flint's gonna be one of those things. There's a rock right there. Yeah, I was a big fan of Division 1, no doubt. Once it got going. But I had a good team. We were Dark Zone killers, so that made it fun. Murking people in the Dark Zone and jacking up their stuff was quite joyous. Yeah. You hated it because of people like me. I was griefer, pure griefer, and toxic, man. And like, we did schemes. Like, I would leave my squad; those 3 guys would be running around. I'd join another one, like inside the shit out of them. Stuff like that, real greasy. Sure was fun though, and the fact that you could knock someone out and talk shit to them, that was great. Loved it. We'd be like circled around a guy, just like talking garbage. I was the greasiest I've ever been in a game. And Grand Theft Auto 5 too, I was evil. It got boring after a while, though. I'd just kill everybody till the server was empty. Sometimes I got, but because I had all the stuff, you know, jet, rocket bike, whatever, it was pretty hard to. You had to be pretty good to get me, because if usually I like to roll that car with the turret on top that you can turn even when you're alone. And then if someone got me with a rocket bike, I would get a jet. And if someone got me with a jet, I would get the rocket bike or that thing with the rocket launchers on it or whatever. I have a. One day I'm going to do a tour of it, but I have a garage full of. I have everything in that game. Thanks to people dumping money. That's why I got bored. Yeah, if you just extracted correctly, though, there was a way to do it, you know. You could go all the way down to the Dark Zone 1, extract in that one spot, and there's a hiding place quite a ways away. Wait till the counter was right down and just run for it and drop it, you know. You just had to be really careful. Soloing in there would have been risky. I usually just went in with the boys. And I wasn't that great. I got pretty decent, but it's the team that was really good. They've made it. Need quite a few of these here. I don't think this guy's waking up. Well, they changed the meta, man. That's why I liked it at first, because the only place to, once they got rid of most of the hackers, the only place to get good stuff was the Dark Zone, right? But now you can get good stuff in all the PvE stuff or in the underground and all over, so it's a little bit more fair. That's when I kind of stopped playing, because the Dark Zone got really big. The people that did PvP went into that capture the flag thing, which was pretty cool. I played that quite a bit. It's not really capture the flag, but I don't know if you played it. I don't know if you have the season pass and got all the extra stuff, but you go up and get, you know, you got to turn on this switch or that switch so guys can respawn there and that sort of thing. I'm going to have half my raft built by the time this guy wakes up. This is beautiful. That's times 9, 18. I need at least 18 or 20 pillars. That's not going to be enough. Because this is vanilla and I'm not... Well, you can't pick stuff up when you're doing the sunken anyways. Now I'm going to start working all these stone bits. Yeah, it was. Not for us. Because we liked that you had to go there because all these PvE players were in there. You know what I mean? Like, it's gorgeous. And once they made the division, once they made the Dark Zone really big, and honestly, that game's amazing now. Like, there's so much content. Like, so much content. With the underground, the survival endless missions, you know, the boss stuff. Like, we had a great time doing some of those big bosses on hard or whatever, like really, really hard. So, you know, it got really good, and they didn't give up on it, man. I'll give it to them for that. And thanks to that game, it was one of their best-selling games ever. They made enough money to buy a building in Montreal, and they provide a lot of jobs, good jobs here, so. Yeah. I'm sorry, Dino. I'm sorry. I'm sure me and the Swedes, I played with these 3 Swedish guys that were just too unreal at that game. I'm sure we killed you a couple times. And we were just, hey man, how's it going? No, don't worry, you're good, you're good. Bro, don't worry, bro. Oh, to the head. And 4-on-4s, we'd get the, you know, the major ticket over your brain where you're all whatever. All heavy wanted, that top wanted, I forget the name. And just go hang out in this one house and just be heckling people, wrecking them. We always had different spots depending on the meta, you know. It was great. Lovely times. Some of my favorite times gaming. Still not. That should be close to enough pillars. I doubt it, but we'll hope so. Needs 18 at least, so we need more of those thatch. We're not quite there yet. More thatch and wood. Well, when I play a PvP game, I like to play PvP. You know, and I don't lean. I'm obviously pretty friendly when it comes to Ark and the community and stuff, but you'll see if whoever plays Fallout 76 with me, I take it pretty. I'm competitive. I'm serious. I practice. I watch videos if I have to. Whatever I got to do to be good, and then I'm gonna enjoy wrecking shit. And I like to win. And my thing was when I was brand new going into the Dark Zone, I was getting my ass kicked. So once I had the right team and I got good, it was time for me to do the ass kicking, and I took it serious. I didn't care who you were getting it. My theory was you shouldn't be in here if you can't handle it. Yeah, exactly. And they kept adding more content for those people, and we did a mix. We didn't just do Dark Zone. Those bosses, I forget what you call them, but those bosses, and they kept adding more and more and more. They gave out good stuff too, and finally, like, you get good shit everywhere, right? So my poor girlfriend, she finally got into gaming on PC because she bought the Division on PS4 because she loved watching us play. And she, if you don't have the right team, you don't have the right chat, she really struggled. And finally, I convinced her to get a controller. I hooked up a computer to a big screen TV for her, so it's a lot like a PlayStation. And got her to play on PC with me, and she could, like, ever asked Mystic, totally different game once she was playing with the right people, man. Like, we were going in the Dark Zone and just wrecking people, man. Even with her. What did I... Okay, I got that extra fuel. Okay, so what's the status here? We need more. Just a few more pillars. A couple more foundations. That should be enough of that. We'll start doing the stone up. This guy even close to waking up? Nah. Yeah, no, I wasn't. I tried with her controller a little bit, and you could do it on PVE for sure. But if I'm in the, I used to be able to when I played Call of Duty. I didn't play on PC, but now that I'm used to the first-person shooter with, that mouse I got, I can drop my medic pack. There's so many things I can do from those buttons, and this, you know what I mean? My hand's only WSAD, and everything else is right there. And that really helps when you're trying to pop that med pack or double tap this or that. So that was a big... This guy's so full right now. That was a big factor. Alright, we're gonna get some stone going here. He's not going to be able to handle much more anyways. I don't think there's much more I can do with him. Yeah, well, there's no way... I don't know. Once you get used to keyboard and mouse, it's so much more exact, right? And ideally a fast monitor as well. You need those milliseconds. As crazy as that sounds. I wouldn't want to do it without my Asus gaming monitor, And the right distance between you and the monitor. I started playing Division on a big screen TV, sitting down, and the memory, I had the same keyboard and mouse, but sitting on a piece of wood on my lap. And the keyboard moves a little bit as you're playing, and totally, it didn't take me long. About 2 weeks later, I bought a new monitor, switched to a desk, sitting upright. That stuff makes a huge difference. You got to be dead center of the screen, the exact right distance away. The screen refresh rate's got to be good and fast. Stuff's key. This guy's getting too heavy. He's There's just not much more I can do. Yeah, well there you go. It's a lot of issues coming up there. Let's run these saddles back. You can carry both, except for that. I actually need this one. What? Did I make a? There's a freaking trike. I didn't make a trike. I made it. Did I really make a field? What the hell happened to my trike saddle? Did I not make one? I'm sure I did. It's gonna suck. I made a freaking fat boy saddle instead. That's a long walk back too. Yeah, you wouldn't want to have a sloppy internet. I mean, it's okay once in a while, but it could get you killed. And you know, that's a real piss off when that happens. I know, right? That's okay. We'll use it later. I'll definitely have two ship boxes anyways. I won't be I won't be getting the Master to craft a Mastercraft one on it anyways. I think that was a BP. We'll go make the trike saddle out of the mats inside and reduce that weight a little bit. What the hell am I going to do with that then? Got 54 minutes left to get something done here. I'm only playing 3-hour sessions. Because I got to get back on the community stuff, check the Reddit, you know, all that kind of crap too, check the island and all that. So there's a limit to how I put myself on a 3-hour timer. Would be a lot further ahead if I would have just chose to take down this trike in the first place. I got a feeling this trike's going to be a little sluggish getting home. He is full of stuff. Ran right by him, did I? If the trees already regrew around him, we got a problem. No, not quite. Yeah, they did. So I have to adjust that. It's way too fast. He's almost done. So is wood, hide we don't have here? Ugh. Anyways, deal with that later. We're gonna have to haul some stuff back manually because he just ain't gonna get there with it all. See if we can carry this. Nope. Kinda wanna kill all these trilobites. That'll be like a little grind tomorrow. It would have been nice to, like, I get the trike so I can build that raft because I don't wanna. I could have brought that raft up, you know. That raft trap, this trike leads to the raft, which leads to the trap. And that starts to really speed things up quite a bit. Every minute after this will be very productive. What a waste of hide. Lucky I think I got a significant amount. I think it's hide, fiber, and wood for that guy. That means I unlocked the right. Okay, no. I was sure I made it. I need 9 more hide. That's crazy. I was sure I made it. I don't even have the Fiomia saddle unlocked. So, right? That says trike. How did I make it if I don't have it unlocked? Something's weird. Do you see a Fiomia saddle there? No. I have to organize these boxes before next time I play. Get everything sorted. It's getting messy. Another rank up. Oh, that went well. Crafting all those pieces and farming that stuff. Yeah, I got 2 then. So where's the trike? I remember making a trike saddle. I remember unlocking a trike saddle. What happened to the trike saddle? It's probably in one of those boxes back there. Hey, buddy. Can you walk? Oh, you can? All right, perfect. Let's go. This is gonna kind of suck when I have to do these sunk foundations. No, let him go. Let him go. Come on, you ain't going swimming. Get killed by piranhas in there, I'm gonna be pretty upset. You never know, there could be a shark, buddy. All right, I know you're raring to go, but we're gonna get home safe first here and unload everything and do this upright. It's going to be pillars and foundations first. Won't be able to carry that many. This is where progress begins. Oh, that sucks. Son of a whore. What did you steal? Go bug somebody else. Don't have time for you. He's gonna damage the raft too? Ugh, how frustrating and annoying is this? At least come here and kill me. There you are. Come on. Alright, let's do it. Those birds, man. I'm gonna have a flower up here in no time. You really gonna linger around my boat? I really gotta go get my bow. The worst hit points. I don't even remember where it is. I was just planning on building this raft and calling it a day. I got this bird holding me up. Oh, were you serious? It must be in the trike then? Yeah. Now he's left? Got impatient, bored. Oh, that's why I had to make those extra pieces. This is where arc building's at its finest. Oh, nice. Lucky break. last thing I want to do is accidentally demo the raft, right? I've done that before when I'm like finished. Just not paying attention, a little sleepy. There he is again. This bastard. I just can't break the habit. This dude was like, man, stop fucking sliding thing over, just press T. But 3 years of doing things one way, it's like, it's gonna take me a day or two to get this, you know, fixed up. I gotta stay on it. I'm pretty sure that's, well, there'll be one more after that, I guess. Go fuck yourself. And he won't come over here. Too cowardly. And you know how many arrows? Like, you want to shoot so many trying to hit that thing? I miss my shotgun when it comes to these birds. As soon as I can get one, I'll be making one just for that job. That's it. Perfect. Time to get this stone going. Alright, let's do some box organization. I'm gonna make this finished stuff. T. Let's make this one seeds, which it already kind of is. Is that trike saddle? Nope. Funny, I swear I made one. I mean, I don't have the... It's got to be somewhere around here. Seeds, and is that second seed box? Nope, not a good idea. I can stack this sheet. Berries are going in the trike for sure. Well, they really can't though, because I'm going to be using it for the load off work. So let's put berries over here. Box number 3. I'm just like psychotic about organization. So what's in you? Okay, your berries. More seeds. It's time to get stuff around. This part is annoying. I enjoy it though, because once I'm done I feel so happy that everything's organized. Gonna have a little garden up in no time. Thank God for that slingshot. It's gonna save the game later. Call you semi-unique mats, or just not wood and stone. Oh, you know what? I need to make some big storage boxes. Enough's enough with these little bastards. Should have been done a while ago. Yeah, of course. Best way to store. We'll get that preserving bin. I've already discovered the preserving bin, and I will be quick to get it going. But it chews through a little bit of spark powder, you know, and oil and stuff. So yeah, the dinos are great. I mean, it's good to have like once now that I have this guy, once I have walls, I'll be making a turtle to store stuff in to preserve it. You know. But yeah, these are like my early game unlocks. Like that one's definitely one of them that I need pretty bad. Just need a little more thatch. I'm stuck. Alright. This is getting like crazy now. I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit here. Things are a mess. I can't move. There we go. Let's start a whole new storage facility. Good. Let's start with fiber. Not going spoiled. We can make some more narco juice. All heavy natural resources are going in that box. And once it's done, I'll put stuff in the right place in the first place. We won't be going through this again. This is the first and sort of initial straighten up everything dealio. Don't know why it took so long to make those big boxes. That could have been done a while ago. I'll start destroying some of these as well. Dodo's gonna get killed. So the trike's done, the raft is next. Once these boxes are straightened away. What a task. This one can remain as a like random weapons box and narco. I should really rename these. We'll start to remember. Probably could have put those closer too, would have been bright. Amazing how they just give you all those torches. Use that in the weapons box. It's like, I guess you're going to be breeding dodos right in the beginning, but it seems pretty useless. I still think there's a bunch of stuff in the trike that's got to be moved too. Okay, we're getting down there now. Shit's getting done. Much needed narco berries. There's the trike saddle. You know I made it. I just put it in the box while I was rushing around like an idiot. You're a keeper. You guys are good. What about you? You're empty? Yeah, perfect. Oh, what I'm gonna do? These berries can stay in the trike. I can't though. I just can't because I need it. I need all that weight for when I'm building stuff. Gotta get a turtle for that. It's gonna get wasted. Just the seeds and that's done. Thank God for that. I don't even need this. This is all gone. Scrap it. Boom, finally. Things are organized. Now we need more stone stuff. I think that's it. I'll check out. Health kind of shite. It's mostly going to be about weight. We'll just distribute it a bit. Oh, movement speed's good. That's pretty sweet. Let's take this guy out for a little run and kill just to rank him up. Well, thanks for that follow, Frankie Fanny. Much appreciated, man. Let's go kill some dodos. Whatever's around, I hear you, dodo. There you are. This is kind of useless actually because he's just going to rank up when he works. Sounds like stamina's a must. I'll do one quick tour and I think that's it. I'm burnt. I might come back in an hour or two though, probably. We'll just check out the community, check out all the stuff for the community. Grab another snack. I got till 4 a.m. It's 1. Who knows? We'll see. But I might come back just to get the stone on my raft there. I'm a little nervous leaving it like that because if that one piece of thatch gets busted, I got problems. Gotta start all over. So you know what? Before we go anywhere, we're gonna put one piece of stone foundation on there for sure. Did I make one? I thought I did. Negative. Alright, buddy. I'm sure we got the mats in here, don't we? Yep. Did I unlock the stone foundation? Yeah, there it is. That's a lot of work down the... Well, not a lot, but it's enough work down the drain. I don't want to chance it. Once the stone's on there, I don't even got to worry about it. I'm surprised I can't make one more. What is it, 120? 80, I'm missing one. Alright then. I'm happy everything's organized. I feel pretty good about that. We got the raft, we got the trike. Things are looking good. And with this, just these two pieces of stone, there's nothing there that's going to wreck that. I'm going to drive the trike out closer to the water. Right here. Oh, hopefully everyone's alive when we get back. Awesome. Alright. Hey, yo, what up? Frog Fanny, how are you, man? Frank Fanny? Frank Fanny? How you doing? You're catching, well, day 2, kind of. I started earlier today from 0. Vanilla settings. No mods. And, we managed to get the trike, which is pretty key for me. And the raft started with the sunk foundation, so when I get back I'll be putting stone there. And I'm not gonna be gone long. I don't know if you just give me a sec here. I don't know if you just randomly came on or you play on my servers, but I got a 4-map cluster. I'm not playing on it right now because I like official settings with a pretty big community, and every 3 or so hours I gotta get in there and make sure everything's going good. So it's gonna take me max 25-30 minutes to do that. I got a pile of messages to respond to. So hopefully you'll be back. I'll be back in 30 minutes to continue the mission. The next goal, just so you know what I'm coming back to do, is to get this stone raft built. I'll have a little trap on one side and on the right side, or whichever. Well, actually, the trap's going to be front left and the house, a little house, rear right side. And that way we can go tame something a little more violent than this trike. And I'll be starting to set up shop with the egg farm and stuff, but I'll be doing it a little bit more north. So we're going to start, when I get back, I'm going to tame dodos, dilos, a raptor if I can find one, and a lot of male females, get the eggs going, get some walls and gates around here to keep it safe. We'll probably move everything north, not sure yet, but that's what's happening as soon as I get back. So hopefully you'll come back and join me in 30 minutes. Would love to see you. And yeah, that's about it. It's just that you happen to come near the end here. And I did about 3 hours earlier today. Took a bit of an hour and a half wasted running around trying to get this trike, which isn't high level enough for me, but I had to get something. And because of the size of the community and the things that I have to do there, it's hard for me to do those 8-hour streams because right now I've got about 4 Steam messages to return, a couple Reddit messages, amongst other things. Let's ditch this stuff though because, yeah, I may end up waking up dead, eh? So unfortunately, as much as I enjoy looking at my blonde character, it's the first time I've played with a female character. She's looking pretty good. She needs a haircut, but blonde hair, blue eyes, you know, I feel like she's well designed. But we'll be back getting back to it, and hopefully you'll be around. So, and you know, there's a bunch of links and all that stuff to follow me and check out my YouTube channel and stuff, so make sure you check that out. And see y'all soon, everybody. Hope you'll be back, and bye.